Yeah, I was meaning to talk about this days ago, but I was a little behind. But this Tito Mercado situation with Shakur Stevenson, he actually been calling him out like 2 years, but he just been at a prospect status. He ain't been making noise till lately, especially after that knockout and doing it in front of Shakur. So that was the perfect time to say something. I ain't gonna say he desperate, but nobody else doing it right now. So, and I mean nobody. So I can understand why people a little excited about that. I mean, Zapata been quiet, so we ain't been hearing nothing from Zapata. I haven't heard Zapata say 2 words recently. Well, actually, I did. I was supposed to say something about that too. But yeah, if I said if Tito go out here and get this knockout against Pedraza, he gonna bag up everything he's saying. Then he did it with Shakur ringside. I mean, that was the perfect time to say something. Then he said something the day before. Then he said something 2 years ago. You know, he never fought at 135. I don't know if he can make 35 and he just saying something like that. He figure, okay, Shakur and Keyshawn, they better than all the guys at 40. Cause let me see. Cause right now we got Teofimo, we got Hitchens, Barbosa. Yeah, he's pretty much said he'll fight all those guys. Oh yeah, he said he'll knock out Rayo. So yeah, he's pretty much called all the guys out at 40. But then at 35, he's like, yeah, I'll fight those guys too. Yeah, but that's a good fight though. With him or with Shakur or Keyshawn. I mean, those guys talking about going to 40 eventually. I don't know who's gonna go first. But that'll be a good fight. But that won't happen until about next year. Unless they have one of those fights where, guys go outside the division for one fight. We'll have to see. I know he's trying to fight Zapata. What's up, PD? Yeah, I know he's trying to fight Zapata, so what's going on with you? Oh yeah, that Pacheco fight was real. Yeah, Nelson came to fight, boy. Should have stepped on the gas a little bit early. Stepped on the gas a little bit too late. But yeah, Pacheco, he got better after that fight though. He gonna be dangerous now. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to beat Pacheco right now, 68. So I don't know what Canelo gonna do at that weight class, but a lot of sharks right now. Yeah, I like that. I like Pacheco taking that fight. That's all I was happy about. Even if he would have won or lost, he still would have got better. So I was like, yeah, I'm glad he took this fight. A lot of people wouldn't do that right now. Yeah, he went out there boxing. Yeah, he did a good job. That's what I'm trying to see what's going on with Mercado. Mercado had a good matchup too. Went out there and dropped for Draza pretty fast. I think he gonna be a tough matchup. I know a lot of people focus in on him calling out Shakur and Keyshawn, but he called out Tiafimo and Rayo as well, saying that he would fight those guys. I wish he would have fought on the Boots card. That would have brought a lot more attention already, but yeah, 140 starting to get dangerous right now. But yeah, it kind of threw me off that he was calling out Shakur Keyshawn. I guess he said, those guys will fight. I guess he want to find somebody who will actually fight, so. Yeah, he sounds pretty serious. It's starting to get live, man. Every weekend gonna be a good fight now. I was looking at the Benavidez workout just now. Rosario look like he's locked in already. I ain't gonna lie to you, the way that Rosario was looking at what's his name? Ramos. Bro, I might have to switch my pick, man. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I was already thinking about it. I know a lot of people might not think that face-offs mean a lot, but if you don't think face-offs mean a lot, go look at Daniel Dubois and Anthony Joshua. And then go look at the fight. Yeah, people be thinking a little face-offs don't be meaning nothing, but yeah, they mean a whole lot these days. Yeah, you can't fake it up there. We just seen guys get exposed before the fight even happened. But Shakur got a fight coming up in a couple of weeks. And, what's going on, Green Knight? We gonna see what kind of level he's on. I already know what kind of level he's on. I don't know what people expect out of him fighting Floyd Schofield. I know Floyd Schofield gonna come to fight, let his hands go, but he can get caught with a right hand or something. Get caught on the chin. Anything is possible. Is Schofield the most powerful puncher he's ever been in that ring with? Probably. But he already sparred him though, so he knows what's up. He just sparred Tank too, so he know what the power like. It ain't like a fight, but He said, seen the workout and Benavidez look nervous. I don't think Benavidez nervous. I don't think both of them are nervous. You know what I'm saying? You could say that. I wasn't really paying attention much, so I can't disagree with that. All I seen was him hitting the pads. I missed his part. I seen him hitting the pads. I seen Morrell part. And that was about it. Yeah, I've never seen Benavidez nervous in a fight. The only time I thought he would have gotten nervous was probably the Caleb Plant fight. But once I seen him arguing at the hotel, I was like, nah, he ain't nervous. Nah. Watch, Benavidez gonna do so much trash talking that he's trust me, he gets locked in by trash talking. So you're gonna hear him talking towards Morrell probably tomorrow. What tomorrow is? Thursday, so you gonna hear him talking trash Thursday, Friday. You'll see. That's how he gets locked in. In certain fights, certain fights he ain't got to talk trash. He wasn't talking much going against Andre, but when he don't like somebody going into a fight, he gonna talk trash. So once you see him start doing that, just know he's comfortable. But yeah, I definitely think Morrell got a chance in the fight, though. Let's not get it twisted. It's gonna be a good fight. Yes, sir. This gonna be a good fight. All the good fights starting to happen right now. It's only gonna be a couple of people that the fights that you want to see are probably not gonna happen right now. It's not gonna be too many surprises this year. You said Morrell for the win. I mean, hopefully he pulls it out. I wouldn't be mad, honestly. To be honest with you, I'm not really tripping over who wins or loses, to be honest with you. The fight getting made makes me a winner. Me personally, that's how I feel. Cause when people said dudes was ducking, I'm like, it's only a select few boxers in the game right now. They gotta destroy that ducking noise. They only say a couple of guys is ducking, then them guys gotta go out of their way to silence the ducking noise. That just make me a fan right there, cause it's like, why are they choosing this person to say they ducking? Like, what? Do y'all know what's going on in boxing right now? Do they not know why Turkey Al-Sheikh is in boxing? To go out of their way to say certain people are ducking. I don't know. But I definitely knew Morrell and Benavidez was gonna fight. Absolutely. But man, yeah, Morrell definitely he has. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I see more people picking Morrell than Benavidez. I know I ain't tripping. I know I ain't tripping. I was like, what? Man. Is it 50-50? I don't know. It seemed like it at the workout, but they close to California, so I don't know. Maybe it's just for that reason. But across the board, I don't know. Could be 50-50. But I done told y'all on the film already. We done broke it down. Hey. Y'all already know what I done showed. I'm telling you. 2 or 3 more fights would have did him some justice. I'm telling y'all that right now. Based off stamina and what else? The jab. I think what I heard Hot Rod say, I think Hot Rod said that was the first time he went 12 rounds or something. I'm like, the first time he went 12 rounds? Oh no. That is a red flag, homie. He said that was the first time he went 12. So he's went the distance before. He went 10, but I'm talking about like 12 rounds. I'm like, still not good. Definitely not good. I don't know, man. Like some days, like right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I feel like picking Morrell, but then some days I'm like, man, I'm rolling with Benavidez. Then I just seen Morrell work out. I'm like, I don't know, man. But right now I'm rolling with Benavidez though. Ain't gonna count. That's where we at right now. But yeah, it's that close of a fight though. Anything can happen. You said Morrell winning? If he don't win, ooh. If he don't win, the reason I want him to win bad, because I know the Canelo fans want him to Benavidez to lose. That's the only reason. The only reason I'm really all in on that. I'm like, yeah. That's the only reason I can't see myself picking against Benavidez. Not because I don't like Canelo or nothing. But I see people picking Morrell just because they want to see Benavidez lose. I'm like, oh, no way. Nah, we ain't doing that. I'm like, no. But nah, I definitely like Morrell, though. See, Morrell ain't scared, bro. He ain't no. I don't got nothing bad to say about Morrell. Like, he took the fight. Like, you never heard me say Morrell ducking or he ain't really trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta put no mud on his name. I ain't never had to do that. It ain't really nothing bad I can say about him. He took the fight. He did everything I wanted Canelo to do. So the fact that he took the fight and he's willing to fight right now, of course he got a chance to win. What? Of course he got a chance. I ain't gonna lie, 2 more fights, I would have said I'm going Morrell. I ain't seen what I need to see. I'm not a big fan of to be honest with you, going into 2025. I'm not a big fan of waiting on guys to do certain things before I see it. I don't want to be all in like that. I didn't did that too much in the past where I'm like, all right, he could possibly do this. I gotta see it first now. You know what I'm saying? Not as far as Morrell ain't good enough. I'm saying as far as certain stuff I'm looking for. Like the fact that I knew certain things in his last fight was gonna be a problem. I'm like, yeah. And the fact that certain people was like expecting knockouts, the expectations for him is way too high right now. We still gotta understand that, like, he gonna win this fight and then what? So I don't know what level he's really at right now. He could be the best in the world as far as 175, but I just haven't seen it in any fight yet. Is he a little sharper in the runs? They say they drug testing right now. Yeah, he drug testing. He drug testing. I wasn't really tripping about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, it is what it is. Shoot it. We seen how they did last year. That is an empty conversation at this point. You better make sure the dudes pass the test before you get in there because if you lose, you already know what's gonna happen. Yeah, I thought Morrell looked he looked better in the workouts. Yeah, they started late. Yeah. Got nervous. It started late. They got nervous. A lot of these dudes been paranoid. I tried to tell everybody, Ryan Garcia got these dudes out here paranoid now. Bro, people know what time it is, bro. That's why I be talking about one thing, bro, then I just move on, bro. People know what time it is. It's a reason why everybody tripping about PED tests right now. That ain't just no mistake. I told everybody it was gonna happen, but you know, yeah, it's serious right now though. It's been multiple guys, more than usual, talking like that too. Not just Benavidez, more than usual. But I think Morrell got what it takes though, to be honest with you. He just gotta be able to keep throwing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't expect him to move that much. Yeah, I don't think he is from what shoot they say they've been testing, so it should be good. He wanted them to start early. You know, sometimes they'll do something weird. They might have had a schedule where they was just gonna wait and then just go 3 days in a row or something, you know, do some weird random stuff. They don't want to have the same schedule every time if they go testing. So yeah, it's definitely getting strict right now as far as the testing. But I think it's gonna be okay though. Turkey Al Sheep been finding everybody that's been in trouble. Yeah, it's the fight of the year right now. Fight of the Davis. What's going on, man? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on, man? I said fight of the Davis. Oh yeah, Christian Shields fighting this weekend, bro. I was gonna do a stream on that. I got some. I was gonna do a stream this weekend about that. Might have been last weekend. No, it was last Sunday, not this week, but last week. I seen her and Layla Ali was talking back and forth. I tried to tell everybody thought I was posting clickbait. I tried to tell them. Carissa Shields, yeah, man. Right now, as far as I see right now, Carissa Shields the best fighter right now in the game, male or female. I know people might not like to hear that, but she the best fighter in the game right now. What she doing in boxing right now? She ain't even got to be doing it. You know the stuff she doing right now. She ain't even got to be doing it. That's why I said these dudes got to step up their game. They got Carissa Shields out here going to MMA, fighting people over there, legit fighters. Then coming over here in boxing, going down in weight, going up in weight, fighting world champions in your first fight. Like, man, come on, man. Like, let's be real. What are we talking about? Like, the reason I even started back watching boxing was because of Carissa Shields when she turned pro, if we want to be real about it. Like, the rest of these girls, nobody was watching them for real. That's why when everybody be like, "Man, this girl's the best." Like, bro, y'all wasn't watching these girls. Stop it. That ain't even no conversation no more. I don't even entertain that no more. What's up, Rusty? You said female division is not stacked like the men. Yeah, but they be still cutting, like, they'll jump 3 or 4 weight classes, stuff like that. So they still make it look good. You know what I'm saying? It's not stacked, but they still putting together super fights. Like, every fight you want to see, they putting together. Except a couple of them. I ain't gonna call them out, but it is what it is. But they still jumping 2 or 3 weight classes though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody crying about Crawford doing that now. So right now the women, yeah, they're definitely tougher than the men's divisions right now when it comes to boxing. These dudes crying about jumping 2 or 3 weight classes, and we got girls doing that now. Going from 45, 35, 47, 35. You know, they don't understand what's going on. They think it's a problem. You know. You said when Bumgarner fighting? They talking about some Michaela Mayer. I just seen on Sean Porterway podcast that they said that Bumgarner turned down a fight with Michaela Mayer. She was asking for too much money. Well, call Turkey out of sheet. Like, we want to see the fight. What are we talking about? I heard she a free agent, so I mean, figure out how to make that happen. So that's wild. So she a free agent. She come to y'all first. And you say she outpriced herself? Come on, man. Nah, they said she outpriced herself. Some business stuff. Nah, she went to talk to him. She ain't ducking. Nah, she definitely ain't ducking contacting Michaela Mayer people. Nah, that ain't no duck. She a free agent right now. You gonna see something happen. I'm not too much worried about the female fighters. When it comes to fighting, they gonna make it happen. They at least always have one big fight each year. Somebody top 5, top 10 or something. They got to. There's too many female fighters right now. They'll mess around and get replaced right now. Yeah, I noticed that on Pro Box too. Am I tripping, or does Pro Box not have as many female fights lately? Or am I tripping? Seems like some of these cards don't be having that many girl fights on. Women fights, I mean. But yeah, I don't think she ducking though. She a free agent right now. That last fight she had, it was a good matchup, but they had to end early. I think it was a cut or something. Yeah, man, it's gonna be rough for her, dog. After that situation, I can't really take up for that. You know, I don't know as much about her like that. I ain't gonna care. I mean, I know a lot about her, but not as much as like other people do. So yeah, for that situation to be going on, I don't even know what fight that happened around. Around the once they had the Dillian White situation, because you remember they had the Dillian White situation, then they had Conor Ben, then they had her situation. I was like, so what they got going on with the test right now? You know what I'm saying? Because they was trying to make it seem like somebody messed up Dillian White test, then Conor Ben, then hers. So I'm like, huh? Yo, yeah, training too. That's crazy. Yeah, I seen that he was training her. Yeah, I seen that he was training her. You know, most people like to switch trainers and stuff like that a lot. From what I seen, it don't work as much as they think. Everybody can't do it. I like who Morrell working with right now, Bob Santos, on his stamina. Right now, he look like he in good shape, good size. Him and Benavidez look like they about the same size right now. Benavidez not huge right now. He's nice size for 175. They don't look drained. It's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a better fight at 75 than 68. Man, Morrell might go out there. Y'all got me nervous now though. Morrell might go out here and get the KO. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking he gonna get the KO. Y'all keep saying that. I'm talking about I keep hearing that. I would be lying if I thought that wasn't possible. But I think Eddie Hearn's starting to stack up some good talent though. You say he look a little drained? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, yeah. I noticed legs look a little skinnier right now than it does at 68 usually. I don't know. Sometimes, man, when you move up in weight, your mind naturally tell you like, oh, it's gonna be easier to make weight this time. And then when it comes time to make weight, it be difficult. Even though you moved up 7 pounds, it still might be harder to make 75 than it did 68. Because, mentally he like, oh, at 68, I gotta really lose this weight. So he getting his mind prepared to lose all that weight. But at 75, he like, yeah, I'm chilling. And probably waited too late. And now he gotta miss meals and watch how much water he drinking and everything else. He said he stayed at 68 a little too long. Just being inactive. I think him last year not fighting as much as he did, Benavidez, that might have been the least activity he'd have had in the last what? Since he's turned pro. He's only fought what? Once in the last 12 months? Yeah, that's not good. He fought twice, 2023, then once 2024. Yeah, he ain't been active like that. These other guys been active, man. These other guys been active. That's what happens when your name gets bigger. It's harder to make these fights. They don't just want to put any kind of card together. But yeah, he probably was relaxing too much, making 75. But he looked like he was strong at hitting the mitts though. Once I seen him hitting the mitts, I was like, yeah, he's strong. He's definitely locked in. Definitely locked in. At this point right now, I don't know. Will Benavidez be bigger than Hot Rod was? Is this gonna be the strongest guy that Morrell's fought? Most powerful? Yeah, they putting on they still putting on big fights, but yeah, they're not letting them fight. It's not a lot of cards right now. I don't know what the holdup was, but you know, like I try to tell people, the Mike Tyson thing messed up a lot of things, man. You know, that Mike Tyson fight messed up a lot of stuff. You know, they was trying to have Tank fight. What they was trying to have Benavidez and Tank fight a week before Mike Tyson fight? That wasn't gonna work. That's why they ain't been putting these fights on. They ain't been knowing what day to put the fight on. They didn't want to put a fight around Usyk and Fury. They weren't gonna put this Benavidez and Morrell fight on. What, like last week, this past weekend, but they just changing it around. I don't know what they doing right now. They couldn't have did this on Netflix though. Netflix not with the changing dates and everything else. But yeah, PBC, they definitely gonna finish putting on these big fights, whatever fights they have left. And then I think everything will go towards the zone. I don't think they're gonna be on Amazon too long. Unless they do some kind of crossover promotion thing where they still use them. Possibly it could happen. Who knows? But right now the zone definitely taking over. Yeah. I knew the zone was taking over when the app first came out and they had like Jake Paul and all them like associated with the app. I'm like, you know, I be thinking ahead. I was like, this is gonna catch a lot of attention. Then I seen the KSI guy. He had all those emojis going viral on YouTube. I was like, who emojis are these? Kept coming from his page, and I was like, oh yeah, he gonna take over in a minute. Ever since then, the zone been taking over. And with a couple of American boxers too, that everybody ain't giving credit to. I know they was pushing Tevin Farmer heavy. Him. I know McGill was getting pushed heavy. Um, I know they had Bivol on here. I know they was pushing Joshua. Uh, Andre Jacobs. Yeah, they was pushing a lot of guys. Devin Haney, Tiafimo. Cambosos brought a lot of views. So yeah, they been eating. The fights that everybody don't expect that brought a lot of attention to the zone was the fights I was hyped about. It went a lot of hype around Cambosos and Tiafimo. But I knew that was a big fight though. In the zone, that was like one of the biggest fights they put on. Definitely one of the biggest. Yeah, they know what time it is. That's why when people talk about views and stuff, I'm like, bro, y'all gotta understand. It's certain guys that started on the zone that wasn't pay-per-view before everybody was on the zone. Now they are pay-per-view. So that means they've been doing numbers. I don't know what the numbers are, but they good enough to the point where people like, oh, I want to sell this. So when they talk about views and stuff, I'm like, they not gonna tell you the real numbers. Let's keep it real. It wouldn't even make sense. That's like your boss telling you all the money he got in his pocket before he pay you. So every time you get paid on payday, the boss be like, "Oh yeah, I got $12 million in my pocket, but here go $200." You're gonna be like, "What?" Anybody would. I mean, it's human nature. Then what you gonna do? You gonna start to question how much he making off of you. So when it comes to views, as far as all that stuff, man, them days over. I'm gonna keep it real. Turkey already know the real numbers. Whatever boxers he pushing, those the guys who really got the numbers. If anybody want to know, from now on, when it comes to like pay-per-view numbers, all the guys Turkey pushing heavy, those the guys who got numbers coming in. Cause these other guys ain't gonna tell you the truth. Like this fight right here gonna be big for Morrell. He gonna get a big push from being associated with Benavidez. If he get a win, that's gonna be huge for boxing. Huge. Is it gonna do anything for Morrell? I don't know, cause I haven't heard not one person say who they want to see him fight next, or what time it is if he do get the win. So I'm definitely confused on that one. This might be, I don't know. This feels like the Andre versus Benavidez situation all over again. Because he'll definitely get a fight with Bitterbill and Bivol, but either one of those guys, whoever wins or whatever, the winner. But then, like, what you gonna want him to do after that? Turn around and fight Berlanga? Like, that don't make no sense. Eventually, you're gonna hear somebody say something like that. Oh, well, Morrell should fight Berlanga. See, I knew you wanted him to just chase down Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Now he's stuck at 75. It ain't gonna be no reason to go to 68. I'm like, it ain't no reason to go to 68 for real. And it ain't no reason for those guys to go to 75. So after the Benavidez fight, it's gonna have to be some moves being made. He said, "Do you think Fulton can win this weekend?" Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was going with Figueroa. To be honest with you, I was like Figueroa. I've been picking Figueroa for the past like 4 months. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? But yesterday, I just kept seeing a clip that was popping up, and it was talking about Figueroa because I watched the fight over again with him and Fulton in the first fight, and I kept seeing a clip with Figueroa. Like, yeah, it was a robbery. I just watched the fight. I don't know if it was a robbery, bro. Like, the fact that you was getting hit with uppercuts every round and did nothing to adjust, that has nothing to do with a robbery. Like, that's on you. Like, certain stuff I'm seeing where I'm like, okay, man. Even if you landed, you get hit with outrageous shots though. Like uppercuts, lethal uppercuts. To the point, you know you get hit with some big shots when your own fans is in the crowd saying, ooh, ooh, every time you get hit. That's not good, bro. That's not good. I'm not the best at judging fights. I don't know. I can't score a fight like the experts. But when your fans are saying, ooh, every time you're getting hit in the fight, that's not good. So for him to go into this fight thinking that, well, the last fight, this ain't the last fight. You know what I'm saying? Like right now they treating Fulton like he's a loser. So the fact that Fulton is actually getting treated like the loser going into this fight, it makes me want to pick him because he still had the same mentality he did before the last fight. But Figueroa, his mentality is like, well, all I gotta do is do what I did last time. No, you don't do that. And then I noticed that Fulton is stronger at 126. That dude Fulton fought last fight, Castro, I think his name Castro, if I'm not mistaken. Man, he'll put hands on Figueroa. That wasn't no bomb. Man, I don't know what fight people was watching last fight. That wasn't no bomb that Fulton was fighting the last guy. Shoot, I thought Fulton was gonna lose to him, possibly. I was like, wow, they put this fight on prelims? This is crazy. And if y'all forgot, after that fight, everybody was talking about the prelim fight. I said, this is the first time in history I ever seen fans talk about a prelim fight on a Canelo Alvarez card, bro. Canelo Alvarez fought that night. And after the fight, everybody was talking about Stephen Fulton on a prelim card. I'm like, this is crazy. He said Figueroa going to KO. I'm not a big fan of picking a guy just because I think he gonna get a KO. I mean, I like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely with it. But these days, as I get older, I'm starting to get smarter about it. I'm like, you know, like Mercado, I picked him this weekend to win by KO. But was I happy about just, you know, I'm like, okay, what if it go the distance? You know. But from what I seen as far as Figueroa, at 26, he can KO him. I will say that I didn't like the head movement from Fulton last fight, but I didn't think Figueroa was as sharp his last fight against what was Madaleno. He fought last fight. He wasn't that sharp in that fight. I'm being real. I wasn't impressed his last fight. I feel like him and Fulton was sloppy that last fight. But Fulton was more of a issue as far as his starting late. He started real late. And I noticed too that it was hard for Figueroa to hit Fulton in the last fight. Like when he didn't want to get hit, he didn't get hit. That was the thing about it. Fulton was mostly like just standing there. I don't think Fulton gets enough credit for, bringing that Mexican style to the fight. Because he's the one who made the fight real rough and everything against Figueroa. Because Figueroa was smothering his punches in that last fight against Fulton. Fulton was the one turning, bringing it back to the center, making sure both of them can extend their arms, throwing the uppercuts. He wasn't blocking no headshots on purpose. He like, all right, you throw a shot, I'm going to throw a shot. Same time. So from what I seen the last fight, he controlled the last fight. Like Figueroa ain't really controlled the fight yet. And I'm just keeping it a buck. I don't care who wins, to be real. I'm just going to enjoy the fight regardless. But he ain't really controlled the last fight, so I ain't really see him doing that much. But I like Figueroa power as far as where it's at right now. But he wasn't as sharp as he has been before. I thought he could have got Madaleno out of there early. And I'm just thinking from him, from Fulton being in the ring and Madaleno, I'm like, nah, it ain't the same kind of fighter. That ain't gonna work. I think that was the last guy he fought, right? Yeah, but it's gonna be tough though. I thought Figueroa would have gave Inoue some problems. But I think it just might be a bad style matchup though. From what I'm seeing. I just didn't see him as sharp against. I think it's just the speed against Fulton, but we gonna see, man. I don't know. It's the same thing like against Benavidez, and we know that Benavidez and Fulton can do certain things in the ring, but they going against guys who hungry and just as skilled as they are. These ain't no weak fights. Like for real, Figueroa, he's definitely like that's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. This a dude who really want to win. If I had to bet, to be honest with you, I'm just being real. If I had to bet, I would probably lean towards Figueroa, but I don't know, man. Because last fight that Fulton had, people said he lost that one, but as time went by, I guess people probably went back and watched the fight and seen that he was putting in some work. You know what I'm saying? Like I had said during the fight, like, oh, he really went and took that fight. Because he got dropped or something. Something happened in the fight. I don't want to sit here and lie on him. But something happened. He got dropped or something. I might be thinking about somebody else. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Oh no, he got dropped in the 5th round. So I'm not tripping. Yeah, so he got dropped in the 5th round of his last fight, and I was like, just don't know about that. And he hasn't been really active lately. And he hasn't been active lately a lot, so that's really been Fulton's problem in my eyes. He ain't been active. So Figueroa definitely can go in there and beat him. Cause there's no guarantee he gonna go in there and start fast. Figueroa just fought earlier last year in May. He ain't fought since, so definitely been more active lately. And then Castro, the guy Castro that Fulton just fought, that's the guy that Figueroa stopped. So they feel confident that where they at right now, they'll give Fulton some problems. Yeah, that's why they feel like they'll give him some problems. I forgot about that. Castro did get stopped by Figueroa. But all these guys starting to fight each other though. It's not gonna be a problem. We already know Fulton been fighting everybody. That's not an issue. Figueroa as well. But we got the prospects now trying to step up and have some tough fights. You got all kind of people calling out Shakur Stevenson now. At first, he wasn't getting called out like that. We wanted Eastside Cruz to take a fight. That didn't happen. Ryan Garcia was a mandatory. That didn't happen. Now you got Floyd Schofield. You got Morrell coming up this weekend. Yeah, I told everybody, like, this is going to be, well, last year I said this, but really 2025 is when the clock going to start ticking. But this is the year where a lot of these younger guys are going to start to replace these older fighters. Not because the older fighters are trash or nothing, but, you know, they ain't been trying to set up certain fights. Trying to wait on certain things, you know. So they getting replaced. A minute ago, everybody was talking about Zepeda. Now they talking about Floyd Schofield. That's how fast it happens now. These divisions got real people that want to fight now. They ain't just calling people out now. I know a lot of people been seeing guys call certain fighters out over the years. So when they see the young fighters like Keyshawn Davis or somebody calling people out, you gotta realize, when I seen Keyshawn Davis and Floyd Schofield calling each other out, I was like, that looks real. You know, and usually I don't go for a lot of that calling out stuff. But I was like, that looks real. And, you know, last year around this time, people were joking about Keyshawn failing the drug test. But as you can see, a year later, he changing everybody's mind on everything they thought last year. So, you know, a lot of these young guys, they want to fight. This ain't like it was 5 or 10 years ago, where guys were just, oh, this person don't want to fight me, they ducking. Nah, that don't really happen. It don't really happen unless if you the top guy and you talking about ain't nobody trying to fight you, come on, man. Like, only a fool would believe something like that. Never in history a guy who's a top fighter in boxing, he's getting dodged by somebody else under him. What? Come on, man. We ain't never heard of Floyd getting no fight. People ducking Floyd. Yeah, I ain't trying to fight Floyd. I don't want millions of people to know who I am. That don't even make any sense. That's why I said a lot of this stuff gonna get revealed this year. But a lot of these guys, they want to fight each other. They definitely want to fight each other. That's why I'm not really tripping. It's kind of hard to pick sides these days because, you know, you got two fighters who actually want to fight people these days. That's why I was saying with Canelo. Man, Canelo ain't really tripping about fighting no Crawford or nobody, but if he ain't being asked to fight somebody, he ain't gonna fight him. That's why he looking at people when they start asking him about certain fighters. He like, huh? What you asking about him for? I ain't never heard you ask about this guy. Why y'all start asking about him? That's why these fighters be looking at certain reporters and media people crazy because they like, you could have asked me about this guy a long time ago. Before I got to 168, y'all could ask me about Benavidez. That's why these fighters be looking at these reporters crazy. They like, oh, you want to wait till the last minute to ask about a fight. Look at Lomachenko right now. They start talking about Lomachenko and Tank right now. What, last year? Come on, man. We couldn't ask Loma to fight this man at 20 when Loma was 30 years old. What are we talking about? So that whole time. I say the first one they asked for early was Morrell and Benavidez. We know why though. I know why. That's why I'm in a tough spot, man. I want to see Morrell do well. But I don't want these people to hang their hat on this victory for Canelo. I just don't want to do it. I see what time it is. I see how everybody trying to slip it through past too, like, oh, it ain't about that. Oh, yeah, it is. I ain't saying everybody who picking Morrell is about that. But a lot of people, man, y'all know that. I'm like, oh no, that's crazy. It's that serious, bro. Bro, it's getting so bad now to the point where if you call out Canelo and say, I want to fight him, you're going to have a whole nation of people trying to have you lose. Bro, people want to see Benavidez lose just because he called out Canelo. Man, bro, I was a Floyd Mayweather fan. I ain't never seen no Mayweather fan hoping that Pacquiao lose or something because he called him out. Like, what? Come on, man. This is extreme. Like, people don't understand how extreme some of this stuff is. I don't call it out unless it's extreme. This is extreme. This ain't normal. This ain't normal, dog. Him beating Andre did not help. Man, that did not help, man. That's funny. That's why I'm like, man, I don't want to see him lose, man. I already know what time it is. If he lose, I already know what time it is. The trolling gonna be at an all-time high. The man's undefeated already, and they already trolling. Think about that. It's gonna be at an all-time high. This man lose. Is it gonna be funny? Yeah, probably. But the trolling gonna be an all-time high though. I'm like, man, just sensitive about Canelo. I ain't never seen this. I done seen Boots Ennis do the same thing to Crawford. You don't got me out here wanting to see Boots lose. Shoot, somebody called me a Boots fanboy after the last fight. That was a compliment. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought I was out here going hard on Boots. I'm a fanboy? Okay. Appreciate that. I'm blending in well out here. Okay. But yeah, I like boxing right now though. I'm telling you. It's the way it's supposed to be. We're supposed to know, well, we're supposed to not know who's gonna win. We don't want to see a one-sided fight. I'm tired of seeing the A side always win. You know. That's why last week I knew the fight was gonna be that way. A tough, close fight. This week gonna be the same thing. Whether it's with Fulton and Figueroa or I think Pitbull gonna have a tough fight. You know, Pitbull. Hey, what's funny is if you look at Pitbull and Tank face off when they was doing their face off together, Pitbull just did the same thing Tank did to him. The other guy wasn't playing though. For real. I don't know if he know him from Mexico or what, but they act like they know each other. Yeah, he's not playing. I'm predicting right now that Pitbull will not stop him. Not because Pitbull trash, but this dude ain't coming to get stopped. For real. Yeah, he's not coming to get stopped. PBC ain't been playing with these Mexican fighters they've been picking. Yeah, but these fight cards they got coming up is definitely loaded, man. It's gonna be the best month. February is gonna be insane. Like I said, we got Clarissa Shields coming up, who currently, like I said, man, she possibly can be the best fighter in the game right now. Overall. Overall. Stepping up big time. And people think the opponent she has this weekend is not good. Bro, I don't know who been saying that, bro. But maybe I need to do like a 20-minute video or something explaining why they definitely don't know what they're talking about. The person she's fighting right now doesn't have a lot of experience, but the people she's been in the ring with and cross paths with definitely are Hall of Famers. So she's not a bum, not a journeyman. This ain't nobody they just picked who used to play basketball. Nah, this somebody who been boxing for a long time. That's what I'm saying. I be looking at the opponent she picked. She picked hard fights. That's what she don't get credit for. Carissa Shields be picking some hard fights, man. The fact that people don't know that, they tripping. Tripping, man. They don't even know what she be doing. All the weight she be cutting. The weight classes she try to go to. She sitting around here asking these girls for certain fights. Like she a journeyman. She asking for fights like she need a fight. How you a two-time Olympian, gold medalist, and you begging somebody else for a fight and you willing to go down 2 or 3 weight class? What? And we talking about, come on, man. And people talking about who the best. Man, please. Stop it. And then we got men that don't even want to move up 1 weight class. Bro, what? And people be talking about you hating. Hating on what? A dude who want to fight in the same weight class his whole life? How I'm hating on that? I see girls jumping 2 or 3 weight classes every weekend. I'm like, she doing what I want him to do. So that's when you see Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano getting paid like that, that's because they jump in weight classes like that. Why everybody complaining about Crawford doing it? Then they congratulate everybody else when they do it. I mean, they don't even know what's going on right now. We having the WNBA effect going on right now, and it's real. They don't even see it. Bro, the female fights are so good right now that they asking them to go to 3 minutes. Just so they can see, just so they don't gotta see these other dudes fight for another 12 minutes. Think about that. And nobody enjoyed the female fights. You know what they would say? Oh, we'll keep it at 2 minutes. We got people begging them to go to 3 minutes. I mean, we know when you cutting corners, dog. I mean, you can't fool us. They be trying to fool the fans. We know when somebody's cutting corners. When you ain't fighting the best, we know. I ain't never heard nobody say, "Hey man, I want these guys these days to fight for 15 rounds." I heard Trump and all them talking about that recently. 15-round fights. But they talking about women 3-minute rounds, right? That mean the product good. So I can easily say a female fighter right now is the best. I mean, that's not even a conversation, male or female. I'm talking about these dudes afraid to jump weight classes, like they seen a ghost or something. Oh, but it's weight for a reason. Oh man, please. Okay. How I'ma brag about this? They acting like they seen a ghost. You get to talking about weight. I mean, the women fights, you don't even notice they jumping weight classes. Nobody knows that. They don't know which girl is in the same weight class as another girl. They don't know that. Talking about who the real quote. Come on. But yeah, I like what Mercado is doing in the fight game right now. I think what he's doing is he's changing everything up right now. He letting these people know that he ain't gonna sit around and just call people out without actually trying to make a fight. He been calling the same guys out for a while now. Sounds pretty serious. Does it look like a clout chase? I mean, everything is a clout chase until it get made. Is he willing to fight? Yeah. For a certain amount of money, absolutely. He'll get in there. He ain't gonna fight for free. Nobody will. Yeah, most things are a clout chase until it actually get made. It's only certain guys in the fight game that'll actually call somebody out and make the fight. Benavidez is one of them. You know, Morrell is one of them, but that's just because Benavidez accepted the fight. If he wouldn't have accepted the fight, nobody would have been accepting a call out for Morrell because Berlanga didn't do it, Canelo didn't do it, so Yeah, you'll have to give Benavidez credit for that, mostly, because he has a history of doing that. But yeah, Mercado being in the ring with Pedraza right now. Yeah, Pedraza's a guy who usually is at 35, but that was a good fight for him though. That was a good fight for him. That was definitely something to grab the attention of a lot of people, especially with the year he had in 2024. Then you got some overweight boxer come in and kind of ruin everything, and it gives the fans someone to kind of line up with Shakur Stevenson. Like Shakur got a lot of these dudes scared, man. I mean, unless it's Devin Haney or something, ain't nobody really asking nobody to jump in the ring with Shakur. They know what time it is. You know, it's trust me, ain't too many options for him these days. He had to go get Floyd Schofield because Zepeda ain't trying to make the fight happen right now. You know, so these were two guys that people were just, kind of saying that they don't want to fight nobody. They fight each other. Same situation. So the theme of this year is going to be a lot of guys that are counted out that's going to be fighting each other. That's why it's kind of hard to pick sides on a lot of these fights. I like Figueroa. If he goes in here and wins or loses, he gonna be counted out as an option for Inoue. I feel like Inoue should have been trying to look towards him at 126. We got these tall guys at 26. I don't want to compare Inoue to Pacquiao, but I know Pacquiao would have definitely tried to find out what was up with that fight. Or Espinoza. He had no problem fighting a tall guy. Shoot, Tank done fought some tall guys. He about the same height as them guys. I think he's shorter. But yeah, I think the fight card gonna be good though. I'm gonna do a whole little breakdown on the undercard tomorrow. I was just really coming on here to talk about some topics that I was gonna talk about before, but I'm just on here talking. These are some old topics I was already trying to talk about before, especially with this Shakur situation. He got a fight coming up immediately. I don't know if people know it or not, but 135 starting to get crowded. It's gonna be something people gonna talk about in the next couple of months. It's gonna be serious, but 135 starting to get crowded in. Unless they start doing some unifications, somebody gonna move to 140 eventually. So maybe Mercado trying to put together a fight like a future clash or something. Not too many big names at 40 for him, I guess. He called out Teofimo, but you know he hasn't got any word back on him. Shakur said he don't even know him. I don't think he was being funny. He was like, for real, I don't know him. Like, I'm pretty sure he know of him, but I don't know. Like, he's at 140, so it don't really make sense. But these days, with him already saying that he would fight at 140, it does make sense. And you're both working with Eddie. Makes perfect sense. It could be a situation where Shakur could put those names on his resume early in. Even though I know he ain't trying to be fighting no guys he considered prospects all day, but hey, maybe those guys are going to have good careers and that'll be like a Canelo situation. Who knows? I don't think Floyd Schofield gonna be a journeyman or nothing. I think he's a lot better than that. But him fighting these guys early, it might be a positive behind it. Just like with Benavidez and Morrell fighting early. This might be a trilogy fight. We might get a trilogy out of one of these fights this weekend. It might be a trilogy fight out of Fulton and Figueroa. I don't know. I like the Jesus Ramos fight with Rosario. I think Rosario, he gonna come to fight. I don't think he came back to boxing to play around. Yeah, I don't think he playing around. But it's a different era now. Different era. Even with Turkey out of sheep being involved or not, it's a different era. These guys want to fight. They've been holding back a long time now. Yeah, I think a lot of these people want to fight, man. They want to be active. That's why it's a lot more fights happening now, which is good. It's always good in boxing to have, but PBC needs to be moving a lot more in boxing, like putting these fight cards together. They got way too much talent. They got too many guys gaining weight, moving up 1 or 2 weight classes. That's horrible. To be having guys go up 2 weight classes, that ain't good. They're not the only ones, but you know, we had Golden Boy and other people, but that ain't good though. Not when you got your own platform. Not your very own, but one that's exclusive to you. Yeah, I don't think that's the move. Definitely didn't think that made sense. But yeah, a lot of people think Morrell can get that KO this weekend, man. Man, it's a good chance he will get a KO. It's a good chance. It's gonna take some hard work, but it's a good chance. Throw some very good combinations at a good angle too. At the angle he throw these combinations, it's gonna be dangerous. It's gonna be a very good fight this weekend. Yeah, this how boxing used to be, man. They used to always have fights like this coming on, but these days, just don't happen that much no more. But yeah, man, I'm about to close this live. I'm gonna start another live right now after this. I got another topic I want to talk about. So if people wanna get on the next stream, they can. I don't know how many people in here right now. Can't really see them on the screen I'm on, but I'm gonna close this live. I'm about to start another topic after this one. If people wanna go on that live, I'm gonna start it immediately, so it should be up in like 2 minutes. Yeah, but appreciate everybody for supporting this live.